All right, what's going on YouTube? Just came back. I got undefeated deck profile here for you. Let's just jump straight into it, and then we'll have the tournament packs at the very end. The prize support for it. I ended up going 5-0 with this deck list. Trying a little something new, but let's get right into it. So we played Tearlament. Deck's still just so much fun to play. So this is what I'm just kind of brewing with right now. Kind of took inspiration from a different list, figured out what I kind of liked, and we kind of went forward with it. You got your 3 Rhino Hearts, your 3 Tearlament names. Can't give us more, otherwise people would cry. We got 3 Tearlament Cashier. This is all standard. I think you really need to play this because you need your mills to be good. There's so many times you want to play multiple or get multiple on the field, especially with the extra deck I was running, which we'll get into a little bit later. Tearlament Cashier is definitely a mainstay, and then the 1 Fenrir. I really hate opening 2 or just, I guess, yeah, multiple Fenrir in your opening hands is just really bad. So, like to be able to search it, otherwise it can just kind of sit there. You got 3 King of the Swamps, mandatory, have to play it. 1 of each of the Ishizus. You have to play all of these. There's multiple times where the shufflers can just win you the games. And then opening a shuffler plus even just another shuffler or a shuffler and obviously a miller is phenomenal. The extra extender in level 4 body is pretty crazy. Kind of non-engine slots, I played 2 Kaijus. Also for the extra deck, I needed more dark targets. So I needed something to fuse and make Mud Dragon. And this was just probably the best non-engine I could have played. Definitely came up in a few of the matches that you guys will see later on. And then for kind of the little bit of spice here, I was playing a Shadal package. So I'm playing 3 Shadal names. And then along with the sideboard, I am playing a Shadal fusion in the main. I'm siding the other 2 Shadal fusions for when I go second, and just kind of helps break the board. You can go ahead and burn through all of their interrupts with just your normal plays and then drop this, and then you can send Squamata and a Shuffler, or excuse me, a Mill 5 to make a card in the extra deck that we'll go through, which is Shikanaga. And then you get 2 chain blocks while you're doing it, so you can go ahead and chain block the Shuffler with the Squamata, or sorry, I keep saying Shuffler, the chain block the Mill 5 with the Squamata, and then whatever you mill, you can chain block with the Beast or the Hellstall at that point, which is just great. I resolved it a couple times today, and it was phenomenal each time. Always leave 1 in, just in case you end up needing it on the turn 3. Going into the spells, for the Tearlament spells, we got 3 Scream. I love this card at 3. I love milling it. I love seeing it. Extra mills. You want your mills to be good, and you want to keep milling. So the card does both. Keep it in. Grief. Card was pretty good, actually. I sided it out a couple times. Otherwise, being able to add back a Banished Trap came up a bunch, and then this just being able to be another Foolish for a name, or getting into actually into a Rhino Heart was pretty good. The 3 Planets card's insane. You win and lose by this card if you see it or you don't. 1 Pressure Planet. I was playing Pressure Planet along with the Fenrir because I didn't want to play 2 Fenrir, but I wanted to have the ability to play technically 2 Fenrir, so this can search it, along with the Terraforming, and then I played 1 Thrust in the main. This could also search out the Shadal Fusion if you needed. So you had kind of like 2 Shadal Fusions, 2 Terraformings, meaning you had like 3 Fenrirs going second. So it was definitely nice. Definitely had utilities. There's one point where I got the other guy went first. I think it's a feature match against Rescue Ace. He went first, set up kind of a weird board, kind of like a half mediocre board. And then dropped D-Shifter on my turn, so I was able to triple tack into Terraforming, and then Terraforming into the Rasos to get me into the Fenrir, and then the Fenrir search follow-up, and then I was able to outlive the the D-Shifter, and then was able to win the game after that. Last spells, we were playing one Foolish Burial Goods. Don't want to open multiple of this card. Card is insane, but you can't brick in this deck. You need to minimize your bricks as much as possible and make your mills good. And then the one poly, because Guardian Chimera is crazy. We got traps, 2 Solic, 1 Meta Noise. I really like this card actually. Especially with the thrust. If they hand trap you, you can set this, and then this is a fuse on your opponent's turn, which is just phenomenal. And then the 1 Tribute Karma. Going real quickly into the extra deck, we got 1 Kaleidoheart, 1 Rukalos, Graph Fusion. Card is honorary tier name. This card actually wins you so many games, and it stops your opponent from actually being able to just blow you out with something like evenly matched. We got a Predaplants, Mud Dragon. I was making this a lot, which you'll see a little bit later. We got Guardian Chimera, the Shikanaga, and the Winda. Didn't actually make Winda. I think I made it like once or twice. And then every time I activated Shadal Fusion, I was making the Shikanaga. It's just insane. There's once where I even had a Shadal in hand where I got to use the effect, which was really sweet. And then this ended up dying, getting back the Shadal Fusion, and then I used Shadal Fusion again to make the Winda. So, yeah. I did make it once, but just being able to have that play was kind of crazy. Xyz, we got Time Thief Redoer, and then the reasons I kept bringing up the Rhinoheart and the Mud Dragon, I was playing the Bahamut and then the Toad, another layer of interruption for an Omni Negate, and then Toad's also crazy because it's an Aqua, so it fuels for your Kaleidoheart, as well as it gets you back the Tearlament Kashtira if you don't already have one in hand for your opponent's turn to just keep playing, which is just crazy. And then my favorite end board going second, if you have to only like half crack their board and you can't kill them, you can go Bahamut Shark, attack first before you use the effect, and then attack with whatever else, and then you go ahead and make Totally Awesome, and then you put a Zeus over top your Bahamut Shark, so you end on like Toad, Zeus, and then I try and usually put in Kaleidoheart in there, so that way when you use Zeus Wipe, you get your Kaleidoheart effect, and it's just continually going on. From there, for the links, 1 Barricade Blower Blocker as just way to discard. You had the 1 Dark Charmer, and then the Dark Charmer usually went into the Underworld Goddess. No Sprint, never seemed to make Sprint. It was in the extra deck for a long time, and I just never saw myself actually making it. So Underworld Goddess is there for like your towers monsters. I did end up making this once when I was playing against Scareclaw Manadium. He was actually playing the Tri-Edge, or the Tri-Heart, and then I just went into this, got rid of the Tri-Heart, and then I was pretty much game from there. Sideboard real quick. We got Bestials. They're really good. We have Drytrons running around. This is really good against those. Any sort of mirror matches. Actually pretty good against Manadium. You hit the Visa Starfrost in their combo, and you're good to go from there, as long as they don't set up the Barone first. The 1 extra Kaiju for like Pearly or anything that sets up a bunch of Omni Negates. I couldn't find the other Raiden, so I just went with the 1 Gamma Seal. Triple Book of Eclipse, just kind of a generic card that you could side in going second to just deal with boards. And then also it's fairly good against Pearly to go ahead and force out the trap or bait them out to go ahead and actually play through the game. Then we have the 1 Heartbeat. I think it's kind of mandatory in this deck. 2 Shadal Fusion. Card's really strong. I highly suggest trying it out. We got 3 evenly matched for going second, and then going first, I got Crime in there. That was the deck. Let me know what you thought of it. I'm definitely going to be making a little bit of tweaks and kind of seeing how I like for the ratios. Not a lot of room for non-engine in the main. I refuse to go above 40. So if there's any changes that you'd like to see or you think would be good, let me know in the comments below. Let's go ahead and crack into these packs and see if we can get lucky with an ulti. All right. Nothing there. Nope. All right. 3 chances to pull a thrust. I would really like a second thrust. Thinking about picking up 2 more because I think thrust is kind of insane in this deck, especially when you get de-shifted on your turn 1, being able to set like a Daruma Cannon. So let's go ahead and see if we can get lucky here. So we got that, and a Clear New World. It's kind of weird that they put the hollow in the front. All right, Desynchro, Herald of the Abyss, kind of a cool reprint, and Evil. All right, last pack magic. Let's see if we can pull an ulti out of the new OTS pack. Ready, set. Ooh, I don't see anything. Let's go. Same pack. Same pack as before. Actual same pack. Gotta love the OTS packs. All right, so that was the deck. Let me know how you guys like it. Any changes that you would make. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great one. Peace out.